crisis reading. It's intended to be a crisis reading. I'm going to be using Major Arcana cards. I'm sorry. You can use Major Arcana cards. I'm going to be using the Sacred Destiny Oracle for this reading. If you want to do it yourself at home, you're more than welcome to do this with the Major Arcana portion of your deck only. It's best for just the Major Arcana. This is intended to guide you if you feel you're going through a crisis this month. We're going to look at 3 cards and also the significator. The first card of the 3 will be what you need to master. It's going to be like kind of what your ego is going through, where the self-awareness needs to be. The second card is going to be where you need to ask for help, where the conscious collective can assist you, but you'll have to ask for assistance. And the third card is basically like integration, how to become one with the collective consciousness. So it is the most difficult energy to harness or balance, maybe. I've been noticing a little bit of a theme with these readings, but I will let it show up before I mention it here in this reading. Make sure you check any other significant placements in your natal chart. If you want more insight into what could be going on in your story, I'm going to clarify this reading with the tarot cards, as well as pull a couple crystal cards to get some extra guidance for you. The significator card is leadership. Leadership, taking the lead. Which I can understand how for some Pisces that can be difficult to do. Pisces and Neptune, is associated with martyrdom. So sometimes you can take the back seat to others when you should be the leader. So let's look at leadership. This is going to set the theme for this reading and give us a general overview of what's going on. The sacred landscape of this description is called I forgot that fast. North Star, if you can see that big bright star shining up there in the upper right hand corner. The message on this card, the sacred landscape wants you to know, just as the North Star is a beacon for travelers in the dark of the night, you are a beacon for others. It's time to step into the light and take your leadership role. You are a teacher, steward, guardian, and healer, a true leader. Own these gifts. Come into the light. Don't hold back. Let the world see your light. The greatest leaders are those who know how to who know how to serve and act as stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. If you have been hiding in the background, it's time to break out and become the light for others. Through this, your star shines brighter. Absolutely. And then the next card is abundance. So as you do that, you bring abundance into your life. Oh, and taking risk is right after that. So Pisces, you are a natural healer. You are naturally gifted. It's so funny because I just finished I've been studying Neptune a lot lately, but I made a flyer for your gifts where Neptune is, and then you can look at this on my Patreon page. For Neptune in the houses where you might have a little more confusion or idealism or where you might escape. But Neptune is also our psychic gifts and our intuition. So see where Neptune is in your houses to get a better idea of your gifts and why you feel so disconnected from them. Openness is the first card. Openness. This is a beautiful card. I don't know that I've ever pulled this card, actually. There's a constellations at the very top, if you can see that. It's very, very beautiful. The moon is here, and it looks very much like the moon card in tarot, or tarot, however you prefer to pronounce it. I know it's pronounced tarot, but anyway. Openness, secrets of the moon is the sacred landscape. I'm going to read the descriptions for the sacred landscape separately so you can catch the audio on my Patreon. When you receive this card, be open to receiving signs. Be still, do nothing, be open, breathe, relax completely and thoroughly. Incubate your dreams for the future. If you are trying to make a decision, take the time to watch for signs and listen to the whispers of the universe. Watch your dreams For messages regarding the situation, become the sacred watcher. Observe life as it unfolds, rather than becoming engaged in it. Be open to what the universe has in store for you. Be receptive to the messages of your soul. This card can also be the bringer of sacred wonders into your life. Miracles can show up in ways you didn't expect. Being open. I think this also represents just being open to your gifts, being open, like you are a mutable sign, being open to changes, the natural rhythms and the ebb and flow of life. It does seem a little vague. This card is referring to the sacred landscape of the card is referring to the cycles of the moon, the phases of the moon, water, which are all very Piscean things. So I feel like you probably are just going through changes right now that maybe you don't quite understand, and it's best for you just to be open and see where it takes you and just pay attention to everything that's going on around you. The second card here is where you need to ask for help, stillness. I know my lighting is kind of harsh, I'm sorry. Stillness is a very pretty swan on this card. Frozen tundra. The sacred landscape wants you to know, take a step back from a project, situation, or relationship, even if it is just for a moment. Mend bridges. Slow down, breathe, be still, go within, listen to your inner voice. Yeah, I do think that there's something that you are personally going through right now. You may have to ask others for some space, or to just slow down, or to just give you some room to hold space for you while you go through whatever it is that you're going through. I'm not sure what they're doing, but it's really loud. Hopefully y'all can't hear that. Anyway. Take time to connect with your spirit guides, ancestors, and spiritual guardians. Listen to your higher self. Timing is everything. This is not a good time to start a new cycle. Wait. Incubate. Finish things that need fixing. Heal things that need healing. Think things through. Forgive yourself and others. If things seem barren or even bleak, hold on. Just as the migrating birds find new life in the tundra marshes in the summer, you too will expand once again during the coming thaw in your life. So maybe things feel stuck or stagnant. And that can be a good thing, because if you think about it, if you're not where you want to be, you can just open your mind and open your imagination to visualize where you want to be. And you could be manifesting that while things are kind of slow where you are. So when it comes to others, what you need from others, how to collect help from the other people, maybe just ask them to hold space for you or give you the room that you need to go through the changes that you're going through. And I think also a lot of these cards that come up in the second, the card 2 spot, are indicative of like you asking for spirit for assistance, asking your ancestors, your guides, not necessarily other human beings, but asking spirit. So this is like your human consciousness, and then this is you asking spirit how to become more whole within yourself and whole with the collective consciousness. Number 3, we have enlightenment. This is your third card. Okay, Pisces, we got cut off. I apologize. So, the sacred landscape for this card is vast galaxy. You have enlightenment. Enlightenment occurs when one steps out of the confines of the ordinary definition of self and expands into a greater awareness of self within the universe. This is exactly what this card is about. This placement for this card. Anyway. You are now reaching into the invisible realm of spirit and connecting with what you cannot see. Forces beneath the surface are supporting you on your journey. Have faith in yourself. You are so much more than you believe yourself to be. Have patience that there is a plan unfolding. The skies the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. Excuse me. I'm rolling through these words too quickly. This card represents enlightenment and signals that you are entering a time of expansion, transformation, in a luminous and remarkable way. Trust that the changes ahead are for the greater good, for most certainly they are. So before we got cut off, you have to forgive me because I was trying to remember too hard what I was saying before the video cut off. There are some patterns here. So first and foremost, you need to be more open to the changes that are happening, and also to the trajectory of your life changing. If you haven't been on the path that's been best for you, maybe you've tried to make some changes, but maybe also because Neptune is your ruling sign, you're not exactly sure what those changes need to be. And society teaches us to try to have so much control over things. And so wherever Pisces is in your chart, maybe you just need to be more open to the unknown and allow things to happen. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards to elaborate on this spread. Especially with stillness here, like I think you're needing help from spirit, maybe to understand the stillness, to understand why things maybe feel stagnant. Maybe you need to ask for people to make room for you, or hold space for you, or to allow you to have personal space to yourself while you go through these changes. Excuse me. It does feel a little bit like you may be in isolation. I think I need to, no, I need to sit in a different chair. I will after I finish you guys' reading. All right, let's go ahead and elaborate on this spread. I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to clarify every single card, including the significator with the tarot. Like I said previously, you can do this card reading for yourself at home with major arcana cards. That's how it's intended to be used, but I'm going to use the entire tarot deck. Ooh-wee. Okay, Pisces, you're overthinking it. Excuse me. Trying to use too much logic here. The Queen of Swords being here with leadership makes a lot of sense. You are stepping into a leadership role. I think you're starting to speak up and use your voice, and that is important. And I think you're trying to use logic to understand that. To figure out how to best communicate yourself to other people, because maybe using your voice is new. Maybe you're not used to speaking up for yourself and saying what you mean. Feel that it's giving you a lot of anxiety. You feel very defeated or overwhelmed by your thoughts. The Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords, well, the swords in particular, I feel like there's some guilt. There could be some guilt for some of you, not all of you. There could be some guilt for having done something that you weren't supposed to do. It doesn't have to be anything malicious, or maybe you just didn't listen to the guidance of your higher self. You didn't listen, you didn't heed your intuition, or you overthought something. You used too much logic in a situation or something of the sort. With the Eight of Swords here, feel like you have a lot of anxiety about what's happening or what's coming, about not knowing. That could be kind of holding you back. Excuse me. And that can also lead to you having mental and physical exhaustion. You can also, the Ten of Swords is also my card for like physical ailment. So like when you overthink something to the point that it makes you sick. Or you have these intrusive, not intrusive, but you have these detrimental thoughts, right? And you store them in your body, and they create trauma, and everything that happens in your body holds on to it. So it makes you feel defeated. So I do feel there's some regret over past mistakes. You could be judging yourself. You could feel betrayed by others. I think you feel betrayed by yourself, though. You feel like there's some huge setback, and maybe you feel you want to prepare for things and not knowing what's coming. makes you feel unprepared, but you do need to be open. You do need to be open, and you need to be open to new perspectives and try to see your situation in another way, because the way you're looking at it is making you feel like crap. Number 2, stillness. This card, I'm going to revisit the meaning of this card very shortly, but we have the 2 of Cups and the 9 of Wands here. So I do feel this is a card that represents what you need to ask for to like co-create with others, how you need to ask for help, what you need to ask for. Maybe it is space. Maybe this is also going to make you see who is for you and who isn't, who truly loves you, who feels offended or feels defensive by your need to have space for yourself. And you'll notice who is a true nurturer of your companionship and who is ready to quit, ready to call it quits with the 9 of Wands, because that is the card that's like, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm tired. But you could feel like that in relationships with other people as well. Take a step back from a project, situation, or relationship. There could be a relationship that you need to take a step back from so that you can see it more clearly. Maybe you've put in too much energy into this situation. Maybe you've been overwhelming your efforts in the situation. The look on this face in the 9 of Wands is very anguished, almost very upset. I really hate how harsh my lighting is. I really wish I could do something about that. I'm looking for an extra description on this card because I know there's more. I hate when I leave things out on the reading, so let me go back. Where is it? There could be some jealousy. There could be some people that you don't need to trust. And maybe that's why you need to back away from them so that you can see, like I said, like you can see a new perspective of things. And it could be a relationship where you have some attachment issues. If this is what you have anxiety about being open to just let the chips fall where they may. This could be some friendships, though. I feel like for a lot of you, this is friendships. And you'll notice that people are jealous of you, or that people have been tugging on your energy, and you'll likely feel a lot more rejuvenated once you get free from them. Maybe these are some of the people you've been kind of taking the back seat to, or that you need to speak up to. Maybe because this is also like blunt communication, honest communication, and then the very following card is an 8 of Cups. Like, this is not working out for me. I gotta go. And then we have the Chariot and the Fool card over enlightenment. I feel like this enlightenment sets you free. It gives you a sense of freedom. With the Fool card being ruled by Uranus, and it sends you on your way. It allows you the momentum you need to trust yourself to keep going. With this Cancer energy here, another intuitive energy like you, I think it allows you to trust yourself and to just be free with not knowing, kind of have a carefree, instead of feeling like, oh my God, what's going to happen? You're like, I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm excited. I'm going to keep going anyway. And it transform your ability to sense, because I understand that Pisces are extremely intuitive, and that can be very overwhelming for you, especially if you're not used to experiencing these energies, or if your gifts have come online and they've been heightened at this time. It can just be a lot to sort through and understand. But the pressure is divine pressure to make you your best self. So I hope that's encouraging. Let's pull some crystals for you. Crystals for Pisces regarding this reading. Also check Pisces wherever it is in your natal chart. Check any placements that you have there. Even if you don't have planets there, the energy is still in your natal chart. So, crystal is this. Another crystal for Pisces, please. Regarding this spread. Okay, only one crystal came out for you. Emerald, that's right. Emerald. Sorry. Emerald is one of the 4 precious gemstones. Emerald radiates with a wet, lush, verdant energy. Historically, emerald is associated with love, beauty, and sex. So if you're into any of that, you might want to associate with yourself with this saturated gem green. It is also good for the heart chakra. Who needs it? Estheticians, bohemians, Epicureans, transcendentalists. Where to put it? On a chain over your heart or on a ring at the base of your left thumb, perched at the Mount of Venus, perched atop the Venus Mount. Sorry. When to use it? When you've temporarily lost the courage to love and be loved. This light is so harsh. I'm trying to hold it up so y'all can see it, but it's like making it see through. Anyway, when you're in need of a total refresh, open your heart to limitless possibilities with emerald. Point your heart toward grace. And I think it's necessary for you to treat yourself in the highest vibration. Keep that in mind when you're expressing yourself. Don't get so pissed that you just let it blurt out you know what? I'm not doing this, and you just go the F off. But try to be kind with the way you let people know what you need. It's also a good a good crystal for the throat chakra. So you expressing yourself and possibly making your thoughts more clear. Also, like I said, keep this in mind when you're speaking to others, and also when you're speaking to yourself. Don't speak harshly to yourself either. I really hope that this was helpful for you, Pisces. Take it easy with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. And make sure you check your other placements to get extra insight into this reading. If you want to book a personal reading, all patrons get 30% off, I think. You get a discount for personal readings. Again, your crystal was emerald. Thank you so much for watching. Check out your other signs, and until next time, peace, love, and light. Bye.